Hello everyone. So our topic for today is about identifying four types of claims. For today's objectives, at the end of the lessons, you are expected to identify claims in a written text and formulate claims based on a text read. So let us first identify what is a claim. A claim is a statement essentially arguable, but used as a primary point to support or prove an argument. If somebody gives an argument to support his position, it is called making a claim. Different reasons are usually presented to prove why a certain point should be accepted as logical. A claim is labeled as proposition. A claim challenges the belief of others. In an extended argument, claim is labeled as proposition. Since claims challenge the beliefs or opinions of others, they require support in a form of reason and information, whereas other kinds of statement do not. So when making claims, it can be compared to that of problem solving. So your problem or your claims should be based from reasons, and reasons should be based from facts, and facts should be based from evidence or evidences so that your readers can evaluate the veracity of your claims. So, characteristics of a good claims. A claim should be arguable and debatable. Men are better in math than women. Do you agree, girls? Are men really good in math more than women? It is arguable, it is debatable. Next, a claim should be focused and specific. Men are better in math. Agree, disagree, girls? A claim should be interesting and engaging. Men are better in math than women. This statement is very debatable because uh, not all people will agree into this statement. So this type of, when crafting your claims, it has to be interesting. You have to make sure that you will engage your readers or your audience. A claim should be logical. So an example of this is men are logical and women are emotional. Accordingly, they say that when men makes their decision, they always stand firm on it. While women, when they make some decisions, sometimes their decision is affected by their emotions. Do you agree, class? Any violent reaction from you, girls? So there are three types of claims. Letter A, claims of fact. Letter B, claims of value. And letter C, claim of policy. So let us first discuss claims of fact. Claims of fact relate to statements that can be verified as they rely on actual information for support. So it states a quantifiable assertion or measurable topic. They assert that something has existed, exists, or will never exist based on data. From the word itself, fact, it is verifiable. It is reliable. It should be backed up by verifiable informations. Claims of fact usually answer a what questions. So, when determining whether something is a claim of fact, the following questions can be considered. One, did it happen? Okay, so when crafting your own claims, so you have to be aware of this question because, as I said, your claim should be verifiable. So, next, does it exist? Did it really happen? Next, is it true or false? How can its truthfulness be verified? So everything is laid bare now. All the informations are on the internet already. So when you're crafting your claims, so take a good considerations on these questions. Example of a claim of fact is the oldest known disease in the world is leprosy. Based from the Bible, it is during the time of Jesus, it is an illness where it was incurable during his time. And we all know that at present, there are still some people who suffered this kind of illness. Next, cancer is contagious. Indeed, cancer is, some people get their cancer because of their lifestyle, the food they are eating, and sometimes it is hereditary but never contagious. Next, the climate will get warmer in the next few years because of global warming. That is very true. Nowadays, even if it is raining, we seldom feel the coldness of the weather because of the hot temperature that we still can feel. Next, these are the characteristics of a well-argued claim of fact. It states the main argument and defines vague and controversial terms. It's supposed to be supported with factual information such as statistics, testimony, and observation. It uses sufficient, accurate, and recent evidence which are organized to emphasize the main argument. Next, claim of value. Claim of value assert on whether something is right or wrong, good or bad. Claim of value asserts something that can be qualified. They consist of arguments about moral, philosophical, or aesthetic topics. This type of topics try to prove that some values are desirable compared to others. They make judgment based on certain standards, on whether something is right or wrong, good or bad, or something similar. Claim of value involves arriving at reasonable standards of judgment that readers will accept. This has something to do with the norms that our society is living with and believe with. And claim of value has something to do with morality, the philosophical views of people, as well as their beliefs on beauty. Example, death penalty is unjust. Next, eating vegetable is better than eating meat. Gay marriage is immoral. So not even some of our gay friends are having are married. Still, not all people accept this belief. Next, so these are the characteristics of a well-defended claim of value. It may assert that the value being defended will produce good result as long as it is backed up by reliable information. So even if it is a claim of value that which has something to do with morality, at least the claim should still be reliable and based from information. Otherwise, your readers or your audience will not believe in it or will not take it. Next, claim of policy. Claim of policy is an argument which assert the implantation of a certain policy. Claim of policy is driven by the need to present a solution to problems that have arisen. Claim of policy generally states solutions and plans that are procedural and organized. When we talk about claim of policy, we mean rules and regulations of any institutions. The Philippines and any country in the world has their own institutions because it protects the rights of every individual. So claim of policy has something to do with the rules and regulations of any institutions. Just like our school, it has its sets of rules and regulations. So to impose orderliness and organize institution. Next example is we should support restrictions on abortions. Next, bringing up electronic gadgets like laptops and cell phones should be banned in school. A dress code should be introduced for all students. Definitely, we needed a dress code. At least we need to wear decent clothes so that your students, likewise with the teachers, our concentration will not be distracted by anything, right? Next, question of policy include what should be done. When crafting some rules and regulations, you have to take into consideration what is needed. Next, how can we solve this problem? Solving the problem means finding solution for it. What course of action should we pursue? So you have to identify the problem and what solution can you make out of that problem. What should not be done? Definitely when you're imposing some dues, there's supposed to be some tones so that you can assure of a well and organized institution. Next, for your group activity, we will do it later, okay? So let me stop from here. Okay, so we are going to have a debate, and it's the debate has something to do with should we prioritize inner beauty over external appearance. So with this debate, I'm expecting that the three types of policy will be the three types of claims will be included into the claims that you will be imposing against your opponents. All right, for your assessment, you have a 5-point quiz which you will be writing on a 1/4 sheet of paper. So you have to identify which of the sentences are the claims of fact, claims of policy, and claims of value, right? Next, so this is question number 1. I'll give you some times to read. Next, this is question number 2. Done. All right. This is question number 3. All right. Next, this is question number 4. Next, this is the last one. Question number 5. All right. I will check your answer on our next meeting class. All right. For your assignment, in reading and writing, we often encounter different claims. Now that you've familiarized yourself with this, let us now put into practice. Identify which of the sentences are the claims of fact, policy, and value. So these are the questions I have for you, or these are the statements. You have your choices are the same: claim of fact, claim of value, and claim of policy. You just have to identify. Next, and these are the rest of it. So you shall be doing this assignment on your notebook by using this template. All right. So I'll check your assignment when we meet again. Okay. So that's all for today, class. Thank you so much for listening. I just hope you have learned something new today. Good day, everyone.